I haven't quite figured out how to not look like a glazed donut, you know, with these lights just yet, but I'm working on it. I was going for like a specific sort of like glowy, I was going for like a glowy, minimal, like a little bit of a sheer red lip thing. And like, it kind of works, but I also just look so, I mean, this is all complexion product. It's not like oily skin or anything. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, we are here to talk about the November, I'm forgetting what month it is, Beauty Heroes box, which I'm now realizing I don't have the insert for, and I need to go find it real quick. Okay, found it. So we're here to talk about the November Beauty Heroes box. I am a little bit late on my usual time for when I get these up. I did get sick last week. I got a cold, or who knows? I don't know what the hell I got. I mean, it was probably a cold. My kid brought something home. He had like a runny nose and was like kind of sneezy for a few days, but I seemed to get the worst of it. I had like a sore throat, but then some kid in his class also had strep. So I don't know. I don't think it was strep, because the sore throat only lasted like a day, but I was like all nasally and like drainagey for like a week. It was whatever. So I just took it easy, adjusted my camera a little bit. So I just took it easy. I'm still feeling like dry, so I might be stopping to drink water quite often throughout this video, because my throat is still just, it's like dry, and it still kind of hurts like if I use my voice too much. And I'm like the cough, you know, after you get the cold, the cough like comes in. So I'm mostly better. It's just sort of like the lingering after effects that, you know, are all annoying. So apologies for not being right on time this month. But you know, a couple of weeks ago I said my videos aren't like very consistent right now anyway, just lack of time, and you know, my kid is very needy lately. I'm also getting very annoyed with my hair. I'm ready, like look at how long it is. I'm ready to chop it off. I didn't really want to deal with the whole like salon thing and all that right now, but I think I might, you know, a haircut might be, you know, in the near future, because I'm very annoyed with my hair. It's too long. I'm starting to notice a lot of breakage and split ends, so it's like, it's time. I mean, it's been almost 2 years. Okay, so we're talking about the December Beauty Heroes box, which is featuring a new brand, one that I'm was quite excited about, was, one that is quite exciting. I was very excited when it launched in the store. I was really hoping that we would see this in a box. It's a relatively new brand. It's only been around for about a year. I had notes, there was a call that the ambassadors were on for BioPHILE, which is what this brand is, and they, you know, explained a lot of things. I've got notes. I'll probably go and pick them up in a little bit, you know, talking about some of the stuff. If I feel like there was anything that I'm, you know, not remembering that's not in like the pamphlet or anything. So yeah, so we, you guys are getting 2 full-size products from BioPHILE. There are 3 in the line, and I do actually have all 3, because Beauty Heroes did send out the last product, which is the oil, the Biobarrier Nourishing Oil. They did send that out so we could test the whole line. And I always really love when they do that, like, you know, send extra products from the brands so we can, you know, try more, because you guys know me, I like to try as much from a brand as possible, sort of give you like an idea of how the brand works overall, whether it works all, you know, you know, here's like, for me, I know that I don't know all of the ambassadors. You know, since they stopped, you know, announcing the ambassadors and like putting the ambassadors on the page, I actually don't know who all of the ambassadors are anymore. But of the ambassadors that I know, I do know that I am one of the ones who's got, you know, more problematic skin. So it is good for me to be able to try, you know, lots of products from a line, so I can tell you whether or not they work as a whole for problematic skin, whether they work intertwined with like some other effective skincare that you already have, stuff like that, which is sort of like the case here. We'll get into it. So yes, so the 2 products that you guys are getting are the Root Bionic Refining Essence, which is like it's like a hydrating essence, Naturalogic Elemental. I'm trying to think of like other products that it's kind of like, that's probably the closest thing. The Bioshroom Rejuvenating Serum is the other product that you're getting. So it's a serum. So they did send me all 3 beginning of October. I tried them exclusively for 3 weeks. It was the only thing that I was using. And then the last week of October, I did have to switch my skincare around because my skin just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. All right, so we'll talk about the 2 products, then we'll talk about my experience and, you know, as a whole of all 3, and then we'll talk about something else. I'm a little, the drainy stuff is gone, but like sometimes it still feels, you know, like there's stuff still in there, like, but if I blew my nose, like nothing would come out. You know that feeling? It's just like stuff, and then it just like gets stuck in the back of your throat and like makes you sound like you have like a frog. Anyway, so the hero product this month is the Bioshroom Rejuvenating Serum. So you're getting the full size, which is 30 ml. It's $148. So if there ever was a brand that could save us from ourselves, it's BioPhile, a paradigm-shifting skincare line that believes skin is an active ingredient. The microbiome is as unique as a fingerprint, and bacteria does a body good. I am really into like the whole microbiome skincare body care thing. You know, I love Olivia Body Care. They are very focused on like the microbiome. Nini Organics just launched a hydrating product that I'll be talking about soon that's, you know, microbiome friendly and things like that. I'm getting very into like the whole microbiome thing. So defying conventional beauty wisdom, BioPhile developed a trilogy of potent treatments powered by a fermented stew of medicinal plants, adaptogenic fungi, and mineral-rich superfoods that are concentrated and activated for optimal bioavailability. The result, skin becomes healthier below the surface and stronger at the skin barrier, revealing improved texture, tone, and radiance. This month's hero product, the Bioshroom Rejuvenating Serum, is a hydrating, plumping treatment featuring their proprietary Shroom Bionic broth, a fermented adaptogenic tincture of chaga, reishi, and tremella mushrooms, teeming with amino acids, organic acids, enzymes, vitamins, peptides, and exopolysaccharides to nourish the microbiome. Other actives like niacinamide, vitamin C, peptides restore and revitalize the skin, while polyglucuronic creates a blanket of hydration, plumping, and protecting the skin barrier with just 1 pump. So yeah, you do only need 1 pump. I experimented with pumps, 2 pumps, 1 pump. 1 pump is definitely more than enough. You do not need more than 1. I have a pretty large face, I feel, and 1 pump is more than enough. Okay, so that's this. We'll talk about my experience as a whole after we're done with this. So then the Root Bionic Refining Essence, so the full size again, it's 2 ounces, 60 ml, $78. Brimming with bioavailable actives, the Root Bionic Refining Essence is the lightweight 3-in-1 tonic that exfoliates, hydrates, and prepares skin for the Bioshroom Rejuvenating Serum. Licorice, burdock, and ginger root extracts are fermented in the Root's biotic broth and combined with lactobionic acid, willow bark extract, and hyaluronic acid for a next generation treatment that resurfaces skin while restoring hydration, revealing a smoother, toned, and glowing complexion. I guess the thing that this would be closest to that we've seen recently is the Josh Rosebrook Daily Acid Toner, and I feel like this one is more effective. I tried the Daily Acid Toner for, I don't know, maybe like a month and a half, and I really didn't notice any specific results. It like didn't really do anything for me. This I feel like is just a much more supercharged version of that, like what that product is supposed to be. I feel like this one is more refining, it is more exfoliating for me, it is more brightening without being harsh or tingly or anything like that. So it's still gentle, like the Daily Acid Toner is. It's a very gentle product, slow working. This one works a little bit faster, and I feel like it's more effective for my skin. Okay, so those are the 2 products that you're getting in the Beauty Heroes box. So the last step, you aren't getting this, but I will talk about it. So a strong skin barrier is the foundation of microbiome health. The last step for a plump and seal effect, Biobarrier Nourishing Oil uses fermented green tea seed to deliver concentrated antioxidants and nutrients into the deeper layers of the skin where it needs it most. Schisandra berry extract offers adaptogenic defense, while vitamin C, squalane, and glycolipids reinforce and strengthen the lipid barrier, sealing in moisture. Skin is left feeling soft yet strong. Let me pull out the ingredient list for the barrier oil. So it's got fermented green tea seed oil, and then power actives are the schisandra berry extract, glycolipid, and then the vitamin C. It also has squalane, it's got grapeseed, rosehip, sacha inchi, raspberry, and then vanilla extract. I don't feel like it smells that much. Ooh, it's been a little bit since I've used it. It's not super strongly scented. I definitely don't feel like you're getting like a whiff of vanilla, like a baked item or something. It's probably just there to sort of like offset some of the, you know, like fermented stuff. So I think the packaging on all of these is really interesting. So it's tamper proof, so you cannot get into it and introduce air. It's focusing on my eyes and not the bottle. So if you can see, it's like sort of like crimped around the bottom, so you can't open it. I really like that. It didn't come with any tops, the bottles just come like this. So I do really like that you can't open it and like introduce air into it or anything. They did say that they're good for 12 months unopened, and then when you open them, it's best to use them within 3 months. And that's because you're getting sort of like, because when you pump it, you are introducing a little bit of oxygen to it, so it's taking down the potency of the products a little bit. But so yeah, I am trying to aim to finish these up within the 3 months, just so we can sort of like, you know, get them at their most potent. Because I have noticed from some oils, yeah, the potency definitely does wane after they've been open for 3 or 6 or like sometimes even less than that. Okay, so like I said, I did use these 3 exclusively. Only these, I didn't use anything else. Occasionally I used like a hero patch or something, but I didn't use any other skincare while I was using these. Obviously I had to use a different cleanser because they don't have a cleanser. So they say when applied topically, an alchemical reaction occurs on the level of the microbiome to improve potency, increase absorption, and boost skin immunity, revealing more vibrant, healthy, glowing skin. Their trilogy of beyond clean formulas are cased in lightweight pharmaceutical glass, preserving efficacy while reducing environmental footprint. So when I started this line, my skin wasn't awful, but it wasn't really like great either. The inflammation that I was dealing with sort of like mid-month that I talked about in a couple of my other videos, or maybe my last one, it didn't happen until like the middle of the month. So the beginning of the month, my skin was doing pretty okay. My inflammation was pretty minimal. So I felt like these products were doing good things for my skin in the beginning of the month when my skin was already pretty healthy. I did notice that I had like a little bit of an inflammation flare-up somewhere around the 2nd week that wasn't related to the sugar that I ate, because that happened after. And I did notice that after a couple of days, it was helping to reduce the inflammation. But then when I had my sugar, you know, I ate sugar mid-month. When I had my really bad inflammation flare-up, when literally like my entire face was inflamed and broken out, I used these for a few days and just like nothing was happening. So on massive inflammation, unless you're mixing in other products that you know work, I don't think that these are going to be enough for you, because they weren't for me. You know, it helped when there was like a little bit of inflammation, when it was just sort of like minimal. It wasn't so bad that my whole face hurt. My skin wasn't terribly broken out. I feel like on that level, you know, this product, especially the root essence, you know, helping to nourish and hydrate and plump and things like that, that worked. And then the serum, this also helps hydrate and protect. So mid-month, when I had my sugar crisis and my whole face was inflamed, after the 3rd week of October, I had to abandon this because I needed to fix my face. That was more important to me at that point. So I pulled out some skincare that I'm still using in conjunction with this now. After about a week and a half, I did introduce this stuff back in certain stages. So I am going to talk next week about the skincare that I've been using lately and sort of like my skincare favorites and like, you know, inflammation reducing, what I did to reduce like all my inflammation, like my breakouts and things, because I was able to do it in about a week. My skin looked really good. I mean, it still looks pretty good. I'm wearing like a tinted moisturizer and a little bit of concealer. I'm not wearing, you know, foundation or anything. I still think it looks decent. You know, it's smooth. There's not very many breakouts. The inflammation is like practically nil right now. So I did the routine that I'm not going to tell you about today, but it did focus on anti-inflammation. It did focus on anti-acne. You know, there were products in there that are tried and true for me, that I know work every time that I've got like a breakout or inflammation or something like that. So I went to stuff that I knew would work, kept it pretty minimal, actually kept it pretty minimal on the exfoliating too. I think I only exfoliated like, I don't actually think I exfoliated. Because I was trying to keep the anything that would cause inflammation like down, because my skin was just really bad. So then once my inflammation was down, my breakouts were reduced, I started to add these back in. So how I think that I'm going to use these going forward and how I think it's going to be best for somebody who's got more problematic skin, I don't think that you can use these on their own and that they're going to do you any favors, even though they, you know, I think there was some literature, I think they were saying something about the fermented, or like the bioactives or something are supposed to help with acne. They're supposed to help with inflammation. And I think it just depends sort of on the level. If you've got generally good skin and you just get a breakout every now and then, it might be different than, you know, someone like me who breaks out pretty often, breaks out pretty much at everything. Sugar, lack of sleep, stress, you know, whatever. Yeah, I have much more problematic skin than a lot of people. So yeah, so how I'm using these now and how I think I'm going to continue using them going forward and how they work best for me. So I'm using this only at night. I don't know that if I was using it morning and night, because it is pretty gentle, but now only switching to night, I wonder if maybe morning and night was just a little bit too much. I don't feel like it's over exfoliating, but maybe it was just like in the inflammation, like I don't know, it was just a little bit too much. So now I'm doing this only at night, like every other night. I'm not doing it every single night either. And I feel like my skin is responding to it much more, responding to it better that way than every single day, twice a day. So I use 2 pumps. I squirt it into my hands and then I, you know, massage it, pat it, massage it into my skin, and I feel like my skin responds really well. You know, it's hydrating, it's very lightly exfoliating. I feel like probably brightening, but I don't know, a lot of that could be contributed to what I was using before as well. So then next is the Bioshroom Rejuvenating Serum. And again, I'm alternating this morning and night with another hydrating serum that I'm using that I'll tell you about in my video probably next week. But I do really like this. I think this is a really great, I think this is a really nice serum. So this is sort of like the texture of it. It does have kind of like an interesting scent. If you're not into, or if you're not used to sort of like super herbally, maybe kind of savory a little bit. I don't mind though. I kind of like products that are sort of more like savory and like herbally but this is very hydrating. My skin feels very plump when I use this. I don't think this has been like an issue for me. But again, in terms of like if I'm having a massive breakout, if I'm dealing with a lot of inflammation, I don't think it's enough. So when I'm having just very minimal inflammation or just like a very mild breakout or something like that, I think that my skin responds to this, you know, like fine. But again, if it's a lot, if it's more than normal, if it's like I'm having just like a really bad flare up, this just isn't doing me any favors. But it's a really beautiful formula. It's really hydrating without being like sticky or tacky. It just really sort of depends on the condition of my skin before I use it. If my skin is like, if it's too far gone, it's not enough. But I do really like it. I do think it's a beautiful formula. And I do think it's very hydrating. And again, probably lightly brightening because it's got the niacinamide and the vitamin C and things like that in there. So I do think that they're again, like more like they're gently brightening, like it's like a gentle brightening. Like you're not going to notice, you know, when you use the Fit Glow, or at least when I use the Fit Glow vitamin C serum, that brightens my skin like literally overnight, much more gentle and like gradual. So the last thing is the Biobarrier Nourishing Oil. I actually do really like this oil. It's very gentle. It's sort of like thin. It absorbs just fine for me. It doesn't leave my skin feeling greasy. It just leaves it feeling just like nourished. And again, if my skin is doing okay, I seem to have success with this, but if my skin is just like out of control, this really isn't doing me any favors either, because there's really nothing in here, You know, my skin likes rose hip, my skin likes squalane, but that really isn't enough to help with like healing for me, like on a really, you know, like deep level. I do need more than that, especially when I've got like an acne breakout or something. So it's got beautiful ingredients in it, things that my skin really responds well to and enjoys. So while this doesn't necessarily help my skin, you know, when I'm having like really bad inflammation, I don't think it in any way makes my skin worse. I didn't have any reactions to anything. I didn't notice that any of it broke me out. My skin responded well to it when my skin was doing okay and like lightly inflamed or lightly broken out. But yeah, it's just not enough. It's kind of like Iuna. Like Iuna is a really beautiful line, and like I can use it if my skin is behaving. But if my skin is like not behaving, I definitely need more. And like treatments that are more geared for inflammation, acne, healing and repair and things like that. Some like really hard hitting, you know, potent products, because that's what my skin kind of needs. I don't know how many of you guys out there, you know, who are followers of mine or who subscribe to Beauty Heroes do have like as ridiculous skin as I do, where it's like broken out every other week, you know, massively inflamed in between. I bet most of you probably have, I don't know, probably pretty normal or just like not, you know, super high maintenance skin. So I do really think that most people will probably have a pretty positive experience with this, because I do, you know, how many people have as problematic skin as I do? I don't really know what the statistics are on that. I really would like to know. But yeah, I think if you've got pretty normal skin, if you even like a little bit dry, you might benefit pretty well from these. But if you've got serious acne, I do think you can still use them, but mixed in with other products that you know work really well for your acne. Like, I'll just give you one, like the Earthwise Beauty Resiliency Serum. So like use this first at night, use the resiliency serum, then you can use, you know, like the oil, because that serum is like not enough. I mean, you could mix both if you really wanted to. You could do like this first and then do the resiliency, because that's anti-acne, and then, you know, put like an oil on top. There are ways to make, you know, like this kind of skincare work where it's not, you know, super potent for like really problematic skin types, but will keep your skin in good health. There are ways to make it work with products that you know work already. So I mean, I do really enjoy them. I do think they're really greatly formulated. I really like the ingredients in them. I really do like the formulations. I just sort of need to tailor my routine with them to make sure that it works for my skin. And if I notice that I'm starting to get a little bit of a breakout, I back off a little bit on these, and I like start to put in more potent anti-acne stuff. And then, you know, when my skin starts to get a little bit better, it's like the inflammation has gone down, then I start to incorporate these in again, you know, based on how my skin is feeling that day. So, I mean, a lot of how I treat my skin is based on how it feels and like looks that day. I do like having a lot of skincare at my disposal for that reason. So like if I know I'm having a really dry day, there are certain creams that I pull out on those days, and not that I use all the time. Or like if I'm having a really bad inflammation day, then I know I have specific products that I can pull out to like help deal with the inflammation. Or if I'm having a really bad breakout, there are certain serums and creams and whatever that I pull out, you know. And if my skin is acting pretty normal, if it's not, you know, if it's not doing a lot of really nasty stuff under here, then I can pull out some of these more sort of like gentle, not super active, not, you know, like crazy potent, you know, products. Not to say that they're not potent, because I do think they are. They're just like not sort of like up to the level of like a Fit Glow vitamin C serum or an Earthwise Resiliency or something like that, at least in my opinion and my experience. So that's pretty much what I've got for BioPhile. Just a really interesting line. I really like the idea behind the line. I really like the, you know, like the intention of the ingredients, and the, you know, the packaging is really great. They're like, I think they're even trying to go more, you know, eco-friendly. I think on the call they said something about, you know, working on the packaging even more, just so it's more eco-friendly, like fully recyclable or something like that. And then, yeah, I like skincare with mushrooms too. I don't know why, that always just like intrigues me. I mean, I really love mushrooms, but something about like skincare with mushrooms in it, I just kind of really like that. I don't know. And a lot of the products that I've tried that have mushrooms in them have worked really well for my skin. So I really like, I get really intrigued when I see that there's something with mushrooms in it. I'm like, ooh, I want to try that. So yeah, that's all I've got really on BioPhile. I'll leave the link for all of those things below in case you want to check them out, in case you want to subscribe. in case you want to pick anything up during the Blue Friday sale, which let's talk about that. So I know I said no more sale videos, but this isn't technically like strictly a sale video. It just happened to come at the time that I'm doing my Beauty Heroes review. So a couple of days ago, I got word that Beauty Heroes is doing their, Black Friday, their version of a Black Friday sale. They're doing like the Blue Friday sale. So I don't think that we're going to see a Black Friday special from Beauty Heroes. I still don't know yet. I haven't gotten any word that they're doing anything specific for, the Black Friday weekend. So if you want to shop Beauty Heroes, if you want to support Beauty Heroes, if you've got things that you want to buy, Beauty Heroes is doing 20% off this weekend. So starting Thursday, the day that I post this video at 2 p.m. To the 9th, so it'll last 4 days, they're doing 20% off everything in the store except for a few exceptions that I'll list down below. It's just a couple of brands and of course the subscription. But I'm pretty sure it works on any of like the gift sets or like the curated compilations that they've got out there. They have a ton out there, probably in anticipation for like the holidays. I haven't actually looked at the website in a while to see how old these like gift sets have been or like how long they've been out there, whatever. But for my Credo and Detox Market videos, if there is anything that I talked about recommending in those videos, I will link them down below and just not talk about them here. But I'm going to give you other recommendations for things that you can get at Beauty Heroes if you want to shop the 20% off sale at Beauty Heroes. So Axiology, I know I talked about that at Credo, but Axiology is available at Beauty Heroes. You can get the balmies and the lipsticks and all that. They also, I didn't bring the products in here for this one, so I'm just gonna like throw up a picture on the screen. So I'm just gonna move over a little bit. So they do sell the menstrual cups from Salt. Those are my favorite. I did use the Diva cup exclusively before I had Oliver. And then after I had Oliver, it didn't fit right anymore. And luckily I was introduced to the Salt cup, which is just much more comfortable. It's shorter, but still like wide. So it still holds like, it still holds a lot. But for me, I just find them so much more comfortable. I don't feel like I'm constantly like having to adjust it. Like if you've got a cup that's uncomfortable and doesn't fit right, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But I love those cups. I like the soft ones better than the originals. So I did buy the soft cups and I just find that those are much more comfortable. They did just release a teen cup. So if you've got like a teen who's like probably more on the petite side, and you want to introduce like menstrual cups, they've got like a teen one out there. I think it holds 15 mil, the small holds 20, and then the big one holds 25, I think was the lineup for that. So yeah, I definitely recommend the Salt cups if you haven't checked those out already. They are available at like Target. I think you can buy them on Amazon too, but Beauty Hero sells them obviously. I just like that they're very, easily accessible. And then Beauty Heroes recently launched Pacific Northwest Essences and Earthwise Beauty, which are both, sister companies. Earthwise Beauty owns Ava, who of Earthwise Beauty also does the Pacific Northwest Essences. So both products or both companies are out there in the Beauty Hero store. There is still the Pacific Northwest Discovery available, which includes Nap in the Meadow from Earthwise Beauty, and then it includes the an Aura Mist. I think it was Aura Shield. All right, I had like a coughing fit, so I just went to go get it. So there's Nap in the Meadow, which I have talked about extensively on my channel. It's hydrating, refreshing. I feel like it helps with my inflammation. I really, really love. It's good for all skin types, but especially dehydrated, redness prone, or acne prone. Really great. I love that serum. I've been through, 4 or 5 bottles of it. I love it. So the Discovery comes with that. It also comes with the Aura Shield Mist, and then the Pillow of Flowers, which is a new essence blend that is supposed to, so it was developed to support an easy, peaceful transition into slumber. I haven't tried this one yet because my sleep schedule has been like all wacky. I really need to. So it says take 3 drops on the tongue or mix with water 3 to 4 times a day. So it's supposed to help support the sleep cycle, make sure you get restful sleep, sync our circadian rhythm with the setting and rising of the sun. I mean, I probably should, so that way I stop staying up so late. So yeah, if you're interested in trying, like the essences from Earthwise Beauty or Pacific Northwest Essences and like a little bit of Earthwise Beauty, that's out there. Pretty sure that's available that you can get that with the 20% off discount, I'm pretty sure. I still hope that we see like an actual Earthwise Beauty discovery and we don't just get like this limited edition box, because Earthwise Beauty definitely deserves to be featured, like, you know, featured heavily in a box, because Earthwise Beauty is amazing skincare, amazing skincare. I've talked about Earthwise Beauty for like years on my channel. I'm really excited that it's being featured in Beauty Heroes now, and you know that it's available for purchase at Beauty Heroes. All right, I gotta get through this because my throat is, it's like getting destroyed. Obviously Fit Glow Beauty is available at Beauty Heroes. They just released the new body creams, which I don't have yet, but are on their way, I'm pretty sure. So I will give you an update on those once I get them. But the new Fit Glow essences are available at Beauty Heroes, and I love those. Also the Vita Youth oil, which is new, which again, I don't have, but I hopefully am getting soon. But anything else from Fit Glow, I'll just link a bunch of stuff that I really love below. Blue Alchemy, which again, I really love. The Multi-C Serum, the Botanic Retinol is also lovely. I love the oil cleanser. The Mist is also really nice. Cleo and Cocoa, which is the deodorant. They did do a limited deodorant discovery earlier this year, but I really love the deodorant from them. It is the one that I'm wearing today. It is one of my top picks for deodorant, which I know I still need to do that video. Hopefully it's coming soon. I need to wait for my throat to, like, you know, calm down a little bit so I can do longer videos again. But yeah, I really love the Cleo and Cocoa deodorants. They're not vegan, but if you would like a vegan deodorant suggestion, Meow Meow Tweet stick deodorants, I do also really like. They're up there in my top picks for deodorant, and they are vegan, and they are available at Beauty Hero, so I'll link both. Aeropress, there is a larger selection of Aeropress at Beauty Heroes than there was at the Detox Market. So the color pots, the concealers, pretty sure the Oat Milk Foundation is there. I really love the vanilla highlighter. I've really liked all of the Aeropress makeup that I've used, except like the Quinoa Foundation, which just isn't right for my skin. It's a little just, it's too, there's just not much going on there. But that's like the only one I haven't really liked that much. Free and True Skincare, obviously. I can link below my review to Free and True Skincare, the Mama Pacha, the Body Profit, the new Bright Side Vitamin C Serum. That was pleasant. The new Bright Side Vitamin C Serum, which is something that I want to pick up because I want to do like a vitamin C overview kind of thing, and I love Free and True, so I'm pretty sure that I'll love the Bright Side. But yeah, anything, I mean, like the Balm Cleanser is really nice. I do really like the Morning Cleanser. The Mist, I mean, there really isn't anything, except for like the mask, because it has pearl in it. That's the only thing that I would not recommend, but that's just because I don't use pearl. Hanua Skincare, I really love Hanua Skincare. I've, you know, recommended them a lot over the years. The Beauty Water, I really like the Pa'akai Cleansing Cream. The Aloha You Serum now has bakuchiol in it. They also do carry patch Band-Aids now, which is the Band-Aid brands. Oh, I was supposed to be off to the side, whatever. But the patch Band-Aids are the ones that I buy because they're biodegradable. There's no latex. I really enjoy them. They're very gentle. So I like the patch Band-Aids if you're looking for something to add to like your first aid kit. And then on my wish list, I'm probably only going to pick up the Free and True Vitamin C Serum, but Arcana Skincare, which is a new launch at Beauty Heroes, is on my wish list as well. I probably won't get anything because I'm crossing my fingers we're going to see a discovery box with the Arcana Skincare. Hopefully not the mask though, because I know the mask contains pearl. Anything except the mask, but I really want to try like the cleanser. They just released a new balm. They have like oils, serums. I really want to try them. They just look beautiful. The ingredients look great. Hoping we see an Arcana Skincare box in the near future. But yeah, that's really all that I've got as recommendations from Beauty Heroes. If I can think of anything else below, I'll leave it linked and you can go check it out if you want. But yeah, if you wanted to support Beauty Heroes as the retailer of choice, you know, during all this Black Friday madness, they are doing Blue Friday. And I need to log off here because my throat is raw. So yeah, so I will be back tomorrow with another video, and then next week I will bring you guys my recent skincare routine favorites. It's sort of like a combination of both. How I healed my skin, it's kind of like 3 videos in one. How I healed my inflammation and acne in like a week. skincare, current skincare routine, then like current skincare favorite. So it's like kind of, it's going to be all three meshed into one. So yeah, that'll be coming next week. And then hopefully my throat will be better and I could finish my oil cleanser project and then my deodorant video. So we'll see. We'll see how this weekend goes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that you survived election madness. I've sort of been avoiding social media just because I just can't. I can't deal with it all. It's all just too much. So as of right now, I think we know who the winner is, but I mean, it's not final yet as far as I'm aware, but based on the numbers, we know which direction it's leaning. So hopefully you all are doing well. Hopefully you all are staying healthy and sane and had a good Halloween. And hopefully November, I don't know, hopefully the world doesn't explode and we make it through the rest of this year. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.